with me? And so the law said that as we were going through the clouds, there was going to be turbulence, but there was a higher law that went above the clouds, and we were in cruising altitudes. The law of aerodynamics is higher than the law of Newton's law of gravity. The law of aerodynamics allowed us to exist in the plane and not fall to our death. Y'all ain't talking back to me in here. Can I tell you something about Jesus? Jesus says that the law of the Spirit is higher than the law of sin and death, because when you did it, you should have died for it. When you were guilty, you should have been on a cross for it. But when you chose Jesus, Jesus became a higher law than that which you should have died for. And he describes that, he describes that as being free in Christ. He describes that as being free from the law. Oh my goodness. I remember that one time I did a police ride along. And I was in the front seat. Just having a good time. And a call came on the radio of a man in a field with a weapon. And the guy that I was riding with, his name was Brent Pascal. He says, hold on. And he cuts on his lights and he races to the scene. He passed everybody, breaking every speed limit. Past everybody with lights on, sirens blaring, and he hops out of the car. He tells me, stay in the car, and he pulls out his gun and runs in the middle of a dark field with his gun and his flashlight looking for the subject. And at that moment I had a revelation. And the revelation was that he is free from the law that governs everybody else.
Yes, sir.
The law said 35 miles an hour, but when I looked at the dashboard, he was running 60. The law said that when the stoplight turns red, you stop, but because he had flashing light, he went all the way through. Y'all ain't talking back to me. He was free from the law. All I'm trying to tell you is that in Christ,